And we're rolling.
We're talking with Chris Cook with Syngenta. And Chris, thank you for your time today.
Absolutely, thank you.
Great, let's talk soybeans. First of all, take us through a topic on soybeans dealing with genetics.
Well, genetics is key, and certainly as we think about genetic diversity, whether it's corn, whether it's soybeans, we need to make sure we've got different products out there for different growers' needs. Everyone's got fields that have different needs, so we need to ensure that we have products that have good roots. We need to ensure that we have disease tolerance for things like Phytophthora, Pythium, whatever it might be. It's ensuring that you've got diverse genetics out there that can solve those issues.
Okay. Another thing that I'd like to ask you, how important, Chris, is it to take care of the roots of the plant?
Well, the roots are key, so certainly as you think about how does a crop get going, once that seed begins to grow, the first thing that happens is the roots start to work. So if you're not taking care of the roots, if you're not ensuring that the root hairs are growing and making sure that you're protecting them, you're going to see a lot of issues, because the roots are really how the plant lives and how it survives. How does it get its nutrients? How does it get its water? So in order to take care of those, you really need to think about things like Cruiser Max Plus, which is seed treatment. It's going to protect the roots against diseases. It's going to protect the roots against things like nematodes with Avicta. It's going to protect it to ensure that we're getting the maximum water uptake. Root protection is key in everything that gets the plant going.
And that's exactly what we've talked about for a number of years, is the roots of the plants, and they are just little hairs, and they have to be protected.
You're absolutely right, and it's much like when I talk to my kids and try to help them understand that even though the tree is really big, you have to imagine what's underneath the ground. Half the plant is under the ground, and if you don't take care of it, you're missing half your opportunity.
All right. Even people in town, for example, putting some new grass in when the roots are little hairs, you got to keep the ground moist and so on, or you're not going to have any grass growing. Same thing applies to the plants out in the field. As we talk soybeans. Let's talk one more thing, Chris, and that would be, you know, the big thing, the yield, how to protect that yield potential.
Well, so that's a great segue. Coming out of, we take care of the roots, we make sure the plant gets up and gets going. Now it's the other half of the plant we need to take care of. So how do we ensure that that top half of the plant is doing fine? And there's multiple different ways of doing that. From one is ensuring that we don't have insects eating it, whether it's ensuring that we have traits like the aphid management system, which protects us against soybean aphids, which have been a problem for about the last 10 years. And in a situation like the AMS system, we've got our Cruiser Max out to protect the roots. We've got the gene right within the plant. We've got the right genetics. The products synergistically work together to ensure that we actually have better yields. And in the end, if we do have an issue, and I've yet to actually have one come up where it doesn't work and doesn't control it fully, we have got Indigo CZ, which is one of our insecticide products, that we can go ahead and clean up the issue. So it's a great opportunity.
All right. It's great to talk to someone like yourself that's totally familiar with our area. You're from our great friends and neighbors next door in Minnesota.
Absolutely, New Ulm, Minnesota.
We know exactly where that is. Chris Cook, thank you for your time.
Thank you.
We're talking soybeans here with Chris Cook with Syngenta. For KXRB Radio in Sioux Falls, I'm Mark Tassler.